And good afternoon, everyone. Kerry Sherman from Big Time Small Town Media with you here from Flagler High School. We have a Class 1A non-league contest on the schedule for you today as the Lady Cards from McClave come up north and face off with the Lady Panthers here from Flagler High School. Well, thank you for joining us today on ColoradoPreps.tv and Chassa.tv. Glad to be part of your weekend here in eastern Colorado. Beautiful day outside. Glad to you've decided to be indoors and watching this game with us today. These teams pretty evenly matched. Come in, we look at it. Excuse me, McClave coming in at 9-7. They have won 4 of their last 5 contests, including a 37-32 win last night against Grenada. Flagler comes in at 8-8. They also have won 4 of their last 5. They picked up a 65-52 victory against their rivals from Stratton last night. Had a chance to speak with the head coaches from both sides. First for the Flagler side, it was got a few minutes with Coach Gary Elrick and talked about last night's game. Said they had about an 11-point lead, and before you knew it, Stratton had come back to a 1-point game, but he was proud of the way his girls finished, pulling away for that 13-point victory. Looking at today's game, he did a classic coach speak, saying they just hope to give us a good game today. And just a few minutes ago, also got a chance to catch up with the head coach for the Lady Cards, Kylie Randall, and she talked about how they've been struggling from the field. She started out, said, we've been struggling shooting, and then quickly corrected herself and says, no, we've had no problem shooting the ball. We just haven't had a lot of success making the shots. And we're in the late run here, late in this season. Both teams wrap up regular season play next weekend. McClave will have a tough go to finish up as they will play Wiley and Eads on back-to-back nights. Wiley came into this weekend undefeated and suffered a 1-point loss last night to Springfield. They have a big one on their hands today, facing off with Kim, who is currently undefeated. For McClave, their contest on Friday with Eads will determine the number 2 seed for their district tournament. Flagler have not had an opportunity to check out all of their games on the schedule for next weekend. Do know that they have a contest on Friday here against Genoa Hugo, and we will be here for that game on ColoradoPreps.tv and Chassa.tv. We want to invite you to join us for that one. It's been a busy week for us on the network. Personally, we've been in, this is our 4th different location in 5 nights. Made a trip to Otis as they took on their rivals from Lone Star on Tuesday. Thursday joined Ben Blecka for Akron and Caliche. Last night we had Otis Haxton, and we'll wrap up this busy week with what should be a good girls game here from Flagler. Reminder, we will also have the boys contest for you here on ColoradoPreps.tv. McClave coming into the weekend, number 2 in the state. They lost their only game of the season so far just a week ago. Lost a 1-pointer to Cheyenne Wells, a team we saw during the tournament here in Flagler back in December. Those 2 very good teams. Flagler boys have had a bit of a struggle to start things this year, but they'll try to put a notch in their belt. See if they can spring an upset against McClave. Again, that one will be the nightcap of our doubleheader for you here from Flagler High School. We're getting ready. We'll go ahead and step out and take our anthem break here. We'll be back to get the introduction of the starters for you in 3 minutes here from Flagler High School.
Flagler Cooperative Association proudly works to earn the loyalty and business of customers across the Eastern Plains. With locations in Flagler, Ariba, Genoa, and Hugo, Flagler Co-op is capable of serving your needs in grain marketing, livestock feed, bulk fuels, and a host of other services. On behalf of all the employees at Flagler Co-op and their families, we're proud to wish the Panthers and all high schools on the Plains good luck on a great season.
This broadcast of high school sports is being brought to you courtesy of the Alan Bear Agency of Akron. In times of such economic uncertainty, let Alan Bear and his staff serve as stability when it comes to your insurance needs. With years of experience serving their community with products in auto, home, and life insurance, the Alan Bear Agency is also available for farm, crop, business, and health insurance as well. Give Alan and his team a call today at 970-345-2310 or stop into 142 Adams in Akron to see how the Alan Bear Agency can serve you.
With more than 30 years in business, Pro Sports is the only place teams need to go to outfit for this season. A complete supplier of team athletic apparel, teams get their uniforms and equipment at a team discounted price. Outfit your team with Pro Sports, located in downtown Sterling, but a proud supplier to teams from all across Colorado. Pro Sports offering team discounts. Call now, 970-522-8545, and outfit your team today. Pro Sports, your team source.
And we are back a little early. We were expecting anthem, got the pledge. We will go ahead and get our starting lineups introduced here now. First for the visitors from McClave, the Lady Cardinals. Again, their head coach, Kylie Randall, assistant coach, David Stavely. They will roll the lineup featuring number 10, Casey Canfield, a 5'5 freshman. Number 12, Kami Idler, a 5'6 senior. Number 20, Tasha Sniff, a 5'10 senior. Number 23, Sarah Turner, a 5'11 senior. And number 32, Peyton Martin, a 5'6 sophomore. For Flagler, the head coach, Mr. Gary Elrick, his assistant coach, Hannah Seaman. They start number 11, Katie Ostman, a 5'3 senior. Number 12, Jade Haas, a 5'2 freshman. Number 15, Darian Allison, a 5'6 senior. Number 22, Kaylee Santala, a 5'11 senior. And number 34, Melissa Poet, a 5'6 senior. McClave in their road reds, the white letters and numbers. They'll be going to the left side of your video screen here in the first half. Flagler home whites. Black letters and numbers, orange trim, going to the right side of your video screen. Tip controlled by McClave. And Haas steps in to prevent the layup. McClave inbounding underneath. Canfield triggers it in. Martin, baseline 2, up and in. McClave showing some full court pressure. Ostman breaks it. Goes far side. Poet comes back near side for Haas. Ostman on the wing. Looking into the post. Allison, turnaround. Knocked out of bounds. Poet triggering the inbounds. Comes into Haas. Gets it right back on the baseline. Short corner. Kicks it inside. Santala turnaround off glass. Good. Tied it to 30 seconds played. Canfield will walk it up, looking at the 2-3 zone. Operating out of a high 1-4 set. And Martin loses it in the paint. Poet hits it ahead. Haas looking in for the post up, not there, kicks it around. Poet feeds it into the post on the far side. That's Santala, kicks it out. Ostman trying from 17 feet off the elbow. Bank shot is good. Again, out of the high 1-4 set. Go far side for Idler. Edit the steal for Haas. Turner to beat. Whip it across for Ostman. Pass too hot to handle and out of bounds. And Canfield walking it down the floor for the Lady Cards. Gets it into the high post. Turner finds Martin all alone on the baseline, up and in. Peyton Martin with both baskets for McClave. They tie it at 4, 6:20 to play in the first quarter. Ostman between the circles, feeds it into the post. Allison turnaround, face up, shot blocked. Offensive rebound, Santala no good. Goes up again, still no good, and pulled down by Sniff. Gave it off to Idler, trying to put it in the hands of Canfield, who again walk it down the far side to initiate the offense. High skip pass. Sniff tries the three, hits the top of the backboard, goes out of play. McClave showing the full court man. Poet gets it to Haas here on the near side. She'll bring it back into the middle of the floor between the circles. Bounce it far side for Poet into the post. Santala turnaround against Turner. Foul called on Sarah Turner. That's the first foul of the contest. And it'll send Kaylee Santala to the line for 2 shots. Free throw by Santala, too strong. Second one in the air, and that one rolls home. 5-4 lead for Flagler, 5:40 to play, first quarter. Trying to get the zone defense shifted to one side. Sniff looked at the three, instead skips it. Canfield, no look, drops it into the corner for Idler. Pass back up to the top for Turner was deflected, but Canfield with it. Drive, and she will head to the free throw line on a foul called against Poet. Her first, team's first. Tacey Canfield, talented freshman, to the free throw line for McClave. First free throw ties us at 5. And the second one, unable to break the tie. Poet with the board for Flagler. Ostman will look to push. Comes near side for Haas. Working the double post, 3 around 2 offense. Santala sets the screen. Get it back to the screener, but Turner steals the pass. Brings it across the timeline, kills her dribble between the circles. Throws a far side Canfield, and Allison ended up with 2 hands in the low of Canfield's back. It wasn't her intent. Off balance, the foul. Her first, the second on the team. Skip pass for Idler. She'll bring it into the near corner for Turner. Back up top, Idler. Turner looking inside, floats one over Santala to Martin. Shot blocked, gets it up again. Lefty no good, and touched out of bounds by Flagler. 4.5 to play, first period. Knotted at 5. Idler, she'll get an open look from 18 on the inbounds play and knock it home. Ostman flips one down ahead for Haas into the post. Allison all alone, fouled on the shot. Leave Idler trying to get back on the play. Now they're going to say Turner. That'll be her second. And that will send Darian Allison to the line for 2 shots. A couple of subs at the table, 1 each side. Allison's first free throw is good. Number 20, Morgan Ostman, in for Flagler, 5'6" senior. And on the McClave side, number 21, Hillary Peralez, a 5'9" senior. Second one no good. Peralez with a board. Canfield bumped by Haas. That's her first. Team's third. Into the corner. Sniff kicks it up top for Idler. Now near corner. Martin steps into the long 2 and buries it. A 19-footer for Peyton Martin. She has 6. It's a 9-6 lead for the Lady Cards. Morgan Osman skip pass into the low post through the hands of Allison and out of bounds. Turnover, gives it back to McClave. 3:47 to play, first quarter. Katie Osman extending the pressure. She'll pick up Canfield in the three-quarter court line. Flip it ahead. Sniff out of the corner. Kicks it. Martin, open look from the top. Too strong. And I believe they're going to get Idler this time. A shove on the rebound. Santala with good position. Idler's first foul, team's third. Katie Osman getting a breather as Carissa Roan, number 32, a 5'4" junior, into the Flagler lineup. She has it between the circles, looking at the 2-3 zone. Haas starts to drive to the baseline, kicks it back out to Roan. Back to Haas on the wing, firing in the 3. That one off the mark. Santala hustling for the rebound. It's loose. Morgan Osman tracks it down. It off to Roan. Into the post up. Santala has to go up with it. Turn around. Won't fall for her. Idler with the rebound for McClave. Pushing ahead. Finds Perales. Kick it back to Canfield. She'll set the offense. Brings it to the top. Comes near side. Idler towing the line. It's a 2 for Kami Idler. 11-6 McClave. Morgan Osman trying to get the screen from Santala. Kicks it back to Roan. She'll drive, kick. Haas, 3. Good. That'll cut it to a 2-point game. Still over 2.5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Canfield to Martin. Gives a fake. Gets past Santala. Layup. Rolls home. 8 in the quarter for Peyton Martin. Osman this time gets the step-out screen from Santala. Couldn't get the roll. Haas just flip one in for Allison. Martin with the steal. 1 to beat. Go right at Morgan Osman, and a blocking foul called on Osman. First personal, 4th team foul. Peyton Martin to the free throw line for 2 shots. 2:05 to go, first quarter. Poet will check in after the first free throw attempt. It's up and in for Martin. Poet will replace Morgan Osman. And Clave will hurry a sub in. Number 22, Sarah Zamora, 5'5" freshman, in place of Idler. Second free throw up and in as well for Martin. Double figures already for the McClave sophomore. Poet looking cross court, finds Haas. Martin into the passing lane, deflects it, tracks it down on the near side. Kills her dribble, goes it off to Sniff. Now Canfield lost it, able to get it back. Martin from the high post, kick it out, Sniff. 17-footer from the wing, good. We're going to get a timeout. Coach Elrick has seen enough. A 30-second timeout. 1:41 still to play, first quarter. 17-9 is the McClave lead. So much for struggling making the shots for McClave, as they have been knocking down those open jumpers here in the first quarter. It'll be Flagler ball on the baseline. Number 30, Elizabeth Grimes, a 5'9" freshman, checked in during the dead ball. She's working the post. Number 14, Christina Stratton, a 5'5" junior, also in. Haas will try another 3. That one rims out. And the rebound finally controlled by Perales. Gives it ahead for Martin. Crossing over into the middle of the floor. Loses it momentarily. Tracks it down. Goes far side. Sniff. Baseline J. No good. Martin with the offensive board. Powers one up inside. Hits the floor. Misses the shot. Haas with the rebound. Long feed. Poet kicks it back across. Roan fouled on the shot. That the first foul on Tasha Sniff. Fourth team foul against McClave. 64 seconds to play in the first quarter. Carissa Roan shooting 2. Knocks down the first one. Idler hurrying to the table to come in. She'll get in as Roan fires up an air ball on the second free throw. Idler gets in for Canfield. Flagler looking to go into some full court denial. Zamora on the far side. That's freshman against freshman. Roan comes over for the trap. Loose ball poked around. Martin hustling for it. Gets back into Zamora. And Coach Randall, sensing the 10 count, gets a 30-second timeout. Oh, both coaches now have burned a 30-second timeout. .2 seconds to go in the first quarter. McClave with the 7-point lead. Sniff will look ahead. Throws it right into the middle. That's Jade Haas with the steal. Kicks it off for Stratton. Gives it off to Roan. Roan will start a drive. Kick. Haas thought about the 3. Put it on the floor. Kick across Stratton. Now Roan. She'll try the 3 straight away. Buries it. Cut it to 4. First field goal for Carissa Roan. 4 points in the quarter. Idler splits the double team. Little drive, kick it back for Martin. Martin settles it down between the circles. Gives it off to Idler. High post flash. Sniff. Drop it down. Perales trying to go to work on Grimes. Grimes blocks the shot. Poet with the rebound. Lost it, but it went to Roan. Shuffled it off to Stratton. Jump stop. Kick back. Roan trying the 3 to beat the buzzer. That one too strong, and it will not be corralled before time expires. On the first quarter in the books. McClave on top, 17-13.
Ice and Oil has been supporting our community for over 65 years and is the leading supplier in propane, Sinclair diesel and gas, Chevron oils, greases, and lubricants, and a variety of tires and Delco batteries. Located on Highway 34 in Otis and Plattner, Ice and Oil is your #1 source for diesel, oil, gas, and propane needs. For all those road trip adventures through Northeast Colorado, they offer 24-hour pay-at-the-pump gas and diesel services. Ice and Oil, American product, American quality, affordable prices.
Citto has been a staple in eastern Colorado since 1971. Since 1977, Citto has been your place to go for trusses, wall panels, and buildings. With state-of-the-art equipment allowing Citto to stay on top of the truss industry, Citto wants you to know that while the economy has affected everybody, it's allowed them to provide some different services while being able to maintain their spot as one of the top truss manufacturers in Colorado. Contact Citto Building Components out of Otis at 800-925-3207. That's Citto, proud to support eastern Colorado.
Second quarter just underway. Flagler with the ball, a little bit of momentum after. Poet pass stolen by Martin. 1 to beat, it's Roan. Roan challenges, layup no good. Offensive rebound for Idler, put back. Roan between the circles, again looking at the 2-3 zone. Comes near side for Poet. Gives it back to Roan in the corner. Bounce feed in to the post. Allison draws 4 defenders. Kick it out. Poet with the open look. The 3 is off the back iron. Martin with the rebound on the far side for the Lady Cards. She'll try to push on her own. Gets past the timeline. Kills the dribble. Comes to Canfield between the circles. She'll move to the far side to initiate the offense. Crossover gets past Poet into the paint all the way. We're going to get a travel call before the shot. And Katie Ostman back into the Flagler lineup, replacing Christina Stratton. 7 minutes and change still to play in the half. Ostman kicks it far side for Roan. Santala calling for it on the low post. Said the ball comes near side. Ostman gets it into the low post. Kick it up. Reversing it far side for Roan. Now into the post for Santala. Turnaround, off glass, no good. Idler with the board for McClave. She'll try to push on her own, lets everything clear, gives it to the middle for Canfield. Canfield comes near side for Turner. Crossover, gets into the paint, and the layup, good. It's a tough assignment on the perimeter for Santala. Turner with a pretty good crossover dribble. However, Santala there at the free throw line, turn and one. Should be the second foul on Tasha Sniff. And the 15th foul. Santala completes the three-point play. Brings it back to a 5-point game. Canfield comes up top for Turner. Santala giving her some room. Bring it back to Canfield. She and Turner play hot potato. Turner starts the drive. And Poet caught her with her napping. Goes up with the layup attempt after picking the pocket and draws the foul on Tacey Canfield. Her first, team sixth. And Poet to the foul line. Her first trip there. And see if she can cut this a little bit smaller deficit. First free throw goes home. Second one in the air, and that one goes as well. A little more iron in the diet on the second shot. Same result, though. Martin crosses the timeline, skips it far side for Canfield. She drives, finds the double team, and a push will create the turnover, so they'll call the foul on Ostman. Her first, team's fifth. Canfield brings it all the way up top for Idler. She'll back it out. Goes far side for Canfield, bringing it near side. Turner tries to use a crossover dribble on Roan. Can't get past her. Idler skip pass, nearly nails Coach Elric in the leg. The turnover will give it back to Flagler, trailing by 3, 5.5 minutes to play before intermission. Roan on the far side, looking inside, finally gets it into Santala, turnaround over Sniff, off glass and in. Cuts it to a 1-point game. Martin working against two in the backcourt. Roan reaching in, called for her first foul. That'll even the team fouls at 6 apiece. Next one either side, we shoot free throws. And Roan will check out as Jade Haas replaces her. Get it into Canfield. They'll clear the floor for her. She easily brings it across the timeline. Dribbled it off her own foot, but able to track it. Gives it off to Turner. Gets it right back. And she'll try to drive. And a body foul. Looked like Canfield went flying. Lost the ball. It's a 5-on-4 opportunity. Ostman misses the 15-footer offensive rebound. And a travel. Gives it right back. On the other end, it looked like somebody may have stuck a leg out and caught Canfield on the drive. Ostman spikes one back against the wall. Oh, still be McClave possession. Turner breaks open to the ball. Will flip it back over for Martin. Able to get it across the timeline. Kicks it off to Idler on the near wing. Float in for Sniff. Allison able to get a piece of it on the front, and it's a steal for Flagler. No opportunity to run. Finally a little secondary opportunity, and Santala couldn't handle the pass from point-blank range. Poet put a little too much on it. Ostman with the steal, forces one up, and thought she had contact, trying to draw the foul. Instead, the shot will go out of bounds. He'll stay with Flagler off the deflection. Allison kicks it far side for Ostman. We'll get those subs for McClave in here in a second. Santala post opportunity, and she'll head to the free throw line. See if they got the person from the front or the back. It was the inside defender, Perales. Her first, team 7th. Hillary Perales, one of the subs who came on. Santala misses the front of 2. Zamora also came in during the previous dead ball. 0 for 2 for Santala on that trip. Just 2 out of 4 tonight, or 2 out of 5 rather. Martin just flips it back to Canfield. And she'll try to initiate the offense on the far side, crossing over, trying to beat Haas off the dribble. Couldn't do so, had to kick it out to Martin. Flip it to Zamora, trying to work a little guard. Weave action up top, pull up baseline jumper was short, but it works as a pass for Perales. She'll put the lead back up to 3, 3.5 minutes to go before we reach halftime. Poet looked at the 3 instead, kicks it off to Ostman. She'll give it back to Poet in the corner. Now Ostman over to Poet, feed it inside. Santala lost it. And Ostman hustling, saves the possession. Poet drives baseline, puts up the floater, no good. Ball tipped around, ends up in the hands of Haas, who scores it. It's her first 2 to go along with an earlier 3. 5 points for her. It's a 1-point game, 3 minutes to play. Martin trying to drive on the far side and stepped on the sideline. Thrown back in for Flagler. Idler and Turner back in on the McClave side. Looking at the 2-3 zone coming near side. Haas back to Ostman. She'll try the 3 and money. Katie Ostman, 3-pointer, puts Flagler on top, 25-23, 2.5 to play, second quarter. Turner into the front court, kicks it back to Idler. Back to Turner now. She'll try to drive, step through, and took an extra step. And Coach Randall on the far side examining what she believed her player did. Killed her dribble, took her 2 steps for the layup. The official didn't see it that way. Feed it to the baseline for Roan. Into the post. Santala, and got a little mechanical on the play. Called for the travel. Zamora flashed open for the ball. May have got a bit of a running start. And able to get it off to Martin. She'll kill the dribble, go far side for Idler. 1:45 to play, first half. Exchange given off to Martin. Crossover into the paint. Goes past her defender. And then Allison called for the blocking foul. Her second, team 7th. Peyton Martin to the free throw line for 2 shots. She had 10 points in the first quarter, still sitting at 10. That free throw won't help her cause as it's too strong. Grimes back into the Flagler lineup in place of Allison. And I believe it was Canfield who came back in for McClave in place of Zamora. Second free throw also no good. Santala pulls down the board. Chance to extend the advantage for Flagler. They lead by 2. 90 seconds to play in the half. Ostman skips it far side for Roan. Santala working the low post. Ostman will go ahead and fire a long 3. Rebound tipped out by Santala. Haas collects it. Grimes will try from the baseline. Air ball fired up. Tracked down by Martin. Has Canfield all alone up in front. Nobody saw her. Offensive foul called on Idler as she extends the off arm. her second. That'll be the 8th team foul on McClave. Team fouls even. I believe that was the 8th. They had 7 up there before. Into the post. Santala got too deep. Couldn't get herself an angle to put it up off glass. Put it onto the rim. Okay, that's the 3rd on Idler, according to the scoreboard operator. Crossover, Canfield, bucket, and 1. And they put the points up on the Flagler side, so we'll see. Roan will, Olivia Charles replaces Santala. I believe they just signaled the foul was on Grimes. The and one free throw, no good. Charles with the miss. And they're going to stop play for a second as they get the scoreboard straightened out. Should be 18 fouls on Flagler. And 8 on McClave. Okay. Osman nearly travels with it. Haas on the back cut, got it, drops it down. Grimes can't make the bunny. Rebound rolls all the way out to Osman. Has Haas open on the far side, gets it to her. She'll try the 3, rim off, no good. And a loose ball will go out of bounds off of McClave with 20 seconds to play in the second quarter. Grimes looking for somebody. It's Charles, but Perala steps in front for the steal. Gives it off to Martin. We're tied at 25. One team has an opportunity to take the lead. Turner kills her dribble, has to go up top. Canfield, she'll try to work on Haas. Spin move into the paint, puts up the runner. No good. Ball ends up in the hands of Martin, who will bury the 8-footer on the baseline prior to the buzzer. 2 quarters in the books. We thought we might have a grinded out defensive affair. Instead, we've had an exciting offensive attack here. It is McClave in front, 27-25, as we head to the half.
Hi, I'm Ben Blecka, owner, founder, and one of the many talents that Big Time Small Town Media has on staff to produce local sporting events. Are you interested in the services of Big Time Small Town Media for your upcoming event? Over the past 2.5 years, we've covered everything from 10-year-old baseball all the way up to junior college athletics, and we're looking forward to continuing to expand our coverage. So if you're interested in using Big Time Small Town Media for your event, contact me, Ben Blecka, the owner of Big Time Small Town Media, at ben@bigtimesmalltown.com, and I'll give you all the info you need on how you can become a part of the Big Time Small Town Media community.
Small town, big time.
Akron Auto is proud to be the best pre-owned automobile dealership in northeastern Colorado. Quickly expanding, Akron Auto has 2 locations, the original on Highway 34 in Akron and a second on Highway 34 in Fort Morgan. Akron Auto wishes to thank local patrons for making their business possible and asks visitors to stop in and see what may be on the lot for you. Tax time is the perfect time to use your rebate on a car, truck, or SUV upgrade. Akron Auto, better for your budget.
Day in, day out, we put our customers first. I'm Sid Dinsdale, co-chairman of Bank of Colorado. We like doing things the right way, providing honest, personal service. To be a bank you can trust. Now, anybody can talk about values. I'm doing it right now. But our bank has consistently demonstrated them for over 4 generations. And that's the way banking should be. Visit us at bankofcolorado.com, member FDIC.
We'll give you a quick halftime show here as we'll recap the first half. McClave got out by as many as 8 points in both the first quarter and in the second. At the end of the first quarter, Lady Cards led Flagler 17-13. We were knotted at 25. Flagler actually had a 25-23 lead in the second quarter, but 4 points by McClave in the final minute or so got them the lead, including that bucket off the baseline by Peyton Martin with just a few seconds left in the half. That's why they're in front 27-25. Individual scoring in the first half, Tacey Canfield with 3 points, 6 points for Kami Eidler, 2 points from Tasha Sniff, 2 for Hillary Perales, 2 for Sarah Turner, and a dozen for Peyton Martin. That's the McClave side. Let's take a look at the Flagler side. It's 5 points from Katie Ostman, 5 also for Jade Haas, 1 point from Darian Allison, 8 points for Kaylee Santala, 4 from Carissa Roan, and 2 points by Melissa Poet. We'll see if we keep going back and forth here in the second half, or if one team can get head and shoulders past the other. We'll be back for the start of the second half here from Flagler High School on ColoradoPreps.tv and Chassa.tv.
One of the most important benefits of being a Premier Farm Credit member borrower is having the opportunity to share in the association's profits. Since 2001, Premier has paid out over $31 million in patronage dividends. If you want to be a part of a member-owned and controlled cooperative that offers interest rates that are competitive in the marketplace and committed to a patronage dividend program, call your local Premier Farm Credit office. Premier Farm Credit, the gold standard in ag lending.
Ice and Oil has been supporting our community for over 65 years and is the leading supplier in propane, Sinclair diesel and gas, Chevron oils, greases, and lubricants, and a variety of tires and Delco batteries. Located on Highway 34 in Otis and Plattner, Ice and Oil is your #1 source for diesel, oil, gas, and propane needs. For all those road trip adventures through Northeast Colorado, they offer 24-hour pay-at-the-pump gas and diesel services. Ice and Oil, American product, American quality, affordable prices.
Glosson Construction is your one-stop shop with concrete work, drywall, flooring, roofing, and stucco, everything including the final finishing nail handle projects throughout northeastern Colorado. You need to get in touch with Rick at Glosson Construction, located at 801 East 4th Street in Akron. If Rick can't build it, no one can. Call 970-345-2087. From start to finish, trust Glosson Construction as your one-stop shop for construction. Call 970-345-2087.
Ever dreamed of having the right answer at just the moment you need it? Then get the iPhone 4S. It's not just a smartphone, it's your own personal assistant, and it's now available at Viera Wireless. The iPhone 4S includes phenomenal new features such as an ultra-sharp, high-resolution display, 8-megapixel high-def camera, and a souped-up processor for speedy performance. And the iPhone 4S actually listens. Ask her a question, she'll have an answer. So stop dreaming and get the iPhone 4S with our fast 4G network now at Viera. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
With more than 30 years in business, Pro Sports is the only place teams need to go to outfit for this season. A complete supplier of team athletic apparel, teams get their uniforms and equipment at a team discounted price. Outfit your team with Pro Sports, located in downtown Sterling, but a proud supplier to teams from all across Colorado. Pro Sports offering team discounts. Call now, 970-522-8545, and outfit your team today. Pro Sports, your team source.
Hi, I'm Ben Blecka, the owner and founder and one of the many talents of Big Time Small Town Media, and we're very glad that you have found us on the many platforms we broadcast from. But this is not the only way you can see and hear this broadcast. You can get a DVD copy of this broadcast simply by going to our website, www.bigtimesmalltown.com. So whether you're using it for recruiting purposes or for a keepsake of that athlete, go now to bigtimesmalltown.com and purchase your DVD.
Small town, big time.
Akron Auto's proud to be the best pre-owned automobile dealership in northeastern Colorado. Quickly expanding, Akron Auto has 2 locations, the original on Highway 34 in Akron and a second on Highway 34 in Fort Morgan. Akron Auto wishes to thank local patrons for making their business possible and asks visitors to stop in and see what may be on the lot for you. Tax time is the perfect time to use your rebate on a car, truck, or SUV upgrade. Akron Auto, better for your budget.
Citto has been a staple in eastern Colorado since 1971. Since 1977, Citto has been your place to go for trusses, wall panels, and buildings. With state-of-the-art equipment allowing Citto to stay on top of the truss industry, Citto wants you to know that while the economy has affected everybody, it's allowed them to provide some different services while being able to maintain their spot as one of the top truss manufacturers in Colorado. Contact Citto Building Components out of Otis at 800-925-3207. That's Citto, proud to support eastern Colorado.
In 1916, it is estimated that producing 100 bushels of corn took approximately 35 to 40 hours. Today, it is estimated that producing the same 100 bushels takes less than 3. A lot has changed in the last 95 years, but one thing has stayed the same. Farm Credit is still the lender of choice for America's farmers and ranchers. We are passionate about agriculture and are dedicated to serving America in good times and bad. This is Jordan Wilkie in the Yuma Lending Office. Give us a call today to see how we can help you. Premier Farm Credit, the gold standard in ag lending.
I'm Roy Dinsdale, founder of Bank of Colorado. All you hear these days are ads about gold. Gold has been around forever, and I darn near have. But what is more precious to us than gold is our reputation. And that is why for over 70 years we put our customers first. We think that's the way banking should be. And at Bank of Colorado, we'll continue to be. Visit us at bankofcolorado.com. Member FDIC.
This broadcast of high school sports is being brought to you courtesy of the Alan Bear Agency of Akron. In times of such economic uncertainty, let Alan Bear and his staff service stability when it comes to your insurance needs. With years of experience serving their community with products in auto, home, and life insurance, the Alan Bear Agency is also available for farm, crop, business, and health insurance as well. Give Alan and his team a call today at 970-345-2310 or stop into 142 Adams in Akron to see how the Alan Bear Agency can serve you.
Teams have almost completed their halftime warm-ups and heading to the bench. We'll be back underway here in just about a minute here from Flagler High School. Here again, Kerry Sherman from Big Time Small Town Media with you. Really grateful that you've allowed us to be part of your Saturday afternoon and evening here. We near the completion of the regular season. We're really just beginning our coverage of basketballs. We'll have almost every game in the Class 1A District 5 tournament covered. All of District 4 in Class 1A will be. We'll have a lot of 2A District 2. We'll have start to finish coverage of a regional for 1A in Sterling and all the 1A state tournament as well. McClave with the ball as we begin the second half. Canfield gives it off to Martin. They'll run their weave, and Allison steps through, gets the steal, trying to attack Turner. Turner knocks it loose. Allison tracks it down into the middle for Santalis. Fakes one, steps through, misses the jumper. Rebounded by Canfield. She and Poet going at each other. Martin gets it back to Canfield. Poet knocks it loose, out of bounds. It'll stay. McClave ball on the near side. Reset the lineups here for you as we start the third quarter. For McClave, Canfield, Martin, Turner, Idler, and Sniff. There's 5 who started. For Flagler, Katie Ostman, Poet, Allison, Haas, and Santala. They're five starters. And a block on the shot called on Poet. That'll be the first foul of the half. That sends Peyton Martin to the foul line for 2 shots. Gets the roll on the first one. That's the second foul on Melissa Poet. Second one no good. Santala snares the rebound. It's Ostman bringing it across the timeline. Kick it off to Poet on the wing. Into the post up for Allison. Felt the defense on the inside. Spun it to the baseline and draws the foul on Turner on the shot. That'll be the first foul of the half against McClave. The third on Sarah Turner. Allison knocks down the first free throw. She's 2 for 3 from the stripe. Hillary Perales will have to check in for Turner just 1 minute into the third quarter. Second one for Darian Allison on its way. No good. And Sniff with the board for McClave. Gave it off to Canfield. Canfield will bring it near side. Crossing over against Poet on the timeline. Flip it. Elbow jumper. Martin, that's way off. Rebound. Idler goes back up. Misses and tipped out of bounds by Santala. Canfield finds Sniff all alone off the inbounds play. Second field goal for Tasha Sniff. Back to a 4-point lead. Flagler quickly ahead. Poet looking inside. Skip pass instead for Ostman. And the pass to the low post for Santala. Too wide and out of bounds. Morgan Ostman will come in for Flagler. It's the first time tonight we've had Ostman and Ostman on the floor at the same time. We were here earlier in December. They were starting together. Martin crossing over on Katie Ostman. Gets into the paint, drop it off, and a travel called on Sniff as she tried to make the move. Katie Ostman hitting it ahead for Haas. Making some ball fakes. Finally gets the pass into Santala. Goes up with the left off the turnaround. Buries it. And she'll head back to the free throw line. 21. That will be on Perales. Her second. And the free throw good for Kaylee Santala. That was the second team foul of the half against McClave. Cut it to a 1-point game, and then Allison with the steal into Katie Ostman. Kick it back out. Morgan Ostman trying the three. No good. Rebound pulled down by Tacey Canfield. She'll bring it down the court. Picked up by Morgan Ostman here on the near side. Tries to drive. Dribble exchange with Idler. Does the same with Martin. Martin on the drive. Foul called on Flagler. It'll be their second team foul of the half. It's on Morgan Ostman, her second. Peyton Martin with 13 points goes to the free throw line for 2 shots. Gets the first one to go home for her. And this time gets them both. She's 3 out of 4 from the line in the second half. 5 out of 8 in the game. Pass into the post, stolen. Idler with the steal, but her long toss ahead, stolen back by Katie Ostman. They'll hit ahead, Haas. Bring it back to Katie Ostman. Near side for Morgan Ostman. She'll look into the post. 2 posts in the same spot. Wouldn't have mattered. The pass didn't get through Martin, but Martin loses it out of bounds. Idler checks out for McClave. She's replaced by Zamora. Santala looks underneath. Pass a little bit late in getting there for Katie Ostman. And even though McClave couldn't handle it for the steal, they will get the ball on the turnover. Canfield dropping it ahead for Zamora. It happens right in front of us. Unfortunately, we couldn't get that for you, but Jade Haas hustling after it and able to knock it out of bounds off of Zamora. Bounce feed into the post. Oh, pretty no-look from Kaylee Santala to her mate on the other block, Darian Allison, for the bucket. It's one of those you can tell the timing. They've worked on it in practice. It's a steal for Allison and fouled on the layup attempt. On Peyton Martin, her first. Third team foul on McClave. Darian Allison back to the free throw line. She's 2 out of 4. First one good to tie it. Second one good as well to give Flagler the lead. Martin's pass somehow gets through the defense. Perales can't knock down the layup, but she will head to the foul line. The third foul against Flagler in the half is called on Morgan Ostman, her third as well. Hillary Perales to the foul line. Unable to knock down the first one. Carissa Roan will replace Morgan Ostman in the Flagler lineup. 4:23 to play in the third. Second one for Perales is good, and that'll tie us at 33. Katie Ostman, drive, pull up, foul line jumper, off the mark to the right, rebound, tie up on the floor, and a 5-person scrum, possession arrow to Flagler. Roan, we're going to get an illegal screen on Santala. It's fourth team foul. I believe just her first personal. Nearing the midpoint of this third quarter. And a near steal for Katie Ostman. As Flagler goes to the 1-2-1-1 press with Santala defending the inbounder. Makes it a difficult pass. Martin splits the defense. It's a numbers game, but Flagler hustles back. Canfield thought about the three. She'll drive instead. Layup no good. On the weak side, gets her own miss, and we'll bring it back to the circles. Starts the drive again, and they're going to get a shove from behind, I believe, on Katie Ostman. Nope, they're going to say 32, Roan. There were 3 bodies in there. Take the pick. That'll be the second on Roan, 5th on the team. Canfield, and she'll dribble it all the way out and set the offense near the timeline. And Flagler backs off a little bit, get the pass into Martin at the foul line. Lost it. Sniffs baseline J, no good, and it'll go out of bounds off of Flagler. Zamora will handle the inbounding with 3:27 to play in the third. Gets it in for Martin. Back to Zamora, fakes the three, starts a drive, kick out. Martin toes on the line. It's short, rebound. Santala gets it off quickly for Roan. She'll push ahead. Gives it off to Ostman. Whipping it a far side for Haas. Down into the corner, Roan. Couldn't get it into the post, so Haas tries one from about 28 feet. It came off, rebounded by Canfield. And again, McClave spreading the floor, 2:50 to go. They'll work on their spacing, flash to the middle. That's Sniff. Kick it down. Zamora from 17 is good. That puts the Lady Cards back on top, 35-33, 2.5 to play, third period. Into the post. Santala left off the glass, no good. And Perales with the board for McClave. We'll see if McClave goes to the same play. They'll flash to the middle. Skip it this time for Martin. She's alone. Jumper, good. 17 in the contest now for Peyton Martin. We'll take a quick break. Be back in about 30 seconds.
Flagler Cooperative Association proudly works to earn the loyalty and business of customers across the Eastern Plains. With locations in Flagler, Ariba, Genoa, and Hugo, Flagler Co-op is capable of serving your needs in grain marketing, livestock feed, bulk fuels, and a host of other services. On behalf of all the employees at Flagler Co-op and their families, we're proud to wish the Panthers and all high schools on the Plains good luck on a great season.
Second timeout used by Coach Gary Elrick of the Lady Panthers. This one came with 2:11 left to play in the third quarter. Osman hits it up to Haas into the corner for Roan. Finally gets it into the post. Santala turn, block, but fouled. Dawn Tasha Sniff have that as her third, the fourth on the team. 2:01 on the clock, and that was not Santala. That is Olivia Charles who came in, and she'll knock down the first free throw. That gets her in the scoring column. A new sub at the table for McClave is number 24, Shelby Davis, a 5'9" freshman. Has a big brace on that left shoulder. Second free throw, no good. And the rebound for Perales. Canfield looking at the clock, sees less than 2 minutes to play and a 3-point lead. She'll drive and have it knocked out of bounds, but a reach-in foul on Ostman. Team sixth, second personal. Casey Canfield at the line, 2 shots. And that one off to the left. She struggled from the line tonight, 1 out of 4. Made her first and has not converted since. And that one won't go as either. Allison had to hustle after it in the far corner to get the rebound. Got it ahead. Now Haas. She's looking in. 2 posts working in the same spot again. Roan gets it in. Allison turns into the paint. Draws the foul. She went to the deck hard. Gets a hand up from a teammate. Heads to the free throw line. That'll be on Hillary Perales. That'll be her third. 5th team foul. First free throw for Darian Allison is good. She's now made 3 straight from the foul line. Second one, and that breaks the string as the old automatic curse from the announcer. And this time Ostman reaches in, knocks it off of the knee of Canfield out of bounds. Ostman kicks it down for Charles, back out to Ostman. Charles calling for it. Canfield gets the steal. Goes into the middle of the floor, puts one up, no good. Well, we're going to get the late whistle on Allison. Her third. Seventh team foul. So Canfield at the line for 2 shots, fouled in the act. Another missed opportunity from the foul line. Allison exits, and Poet comes back in. Davis pulls down the miss. This time Canfield with it will bring it back out. That's 6 consecutive misses from the foul line for Tacey Canfield. Idler hands it off to Zamora. Zamora's pass stolen by Poet. Gets it ahead for Ostman. And called for the double dribble. Had it knocked loose. But still called for the double contact. Martin back in place of Canfield for McClave. Just 47 seconds left in this third quarter. And a travel called on Idler as Haas beat her to the spot. Couldn't keep the pivot, nailed to the floor. Try to get it into the high post. Davis with the steal. Hit it ahead for Zamora. Flip it across. Perales. Roan cuts it off, and a double dribble. Was a 2-on-1 opportunity for the Lady Cards. Should have been an easy layup. Instead, it's a turnover. Osman gets it near side to Haas, now into Poet. Poet back up to Roan. Flip it far side for Ostman. Haas, toe on the line. Two-pointer to tie it. She has 7. Tied at 37, 15 seconds and counting. And Haas on the floor with the steal. Loose ball rolled ahead. Tie up. Possession arrow gives it to McClave with 7.5 seconds to play. And Coach Randall will hustle Turner back into the lineup in place of Zamora. Turner, a pretty fair perimeter shooter. She'll flip it ahead. Martin to the middle of the court. Idler, and they will not get a shot off. A little too lackadaisical when they got the ball in, and it'll cost them an opportunity to break the tie. Back for the fourth quarter in a minute.
Glosson Construction is your one-stop shop with concrete work, drywall, flooring, roofing, and stucco. Everything including the final finishing nail handle projects throughout northeastern Colorado. You need to get in touch with Rick at Glosson Construction, located at 801 East 4th Street in Akron. If Rick can't build it, no one can. Call 970-345-2087. From start to finish, trust Glosson Construction as your one-stop shop for construction. Call 970-345-2087.
There she goes again.
What was that in the cereal aisle?
Mrs. Speedley with her Viero 4G smartphone.
Who?
Mrs. Speedley gets all the sales coupons on her smartphone on the Viero 4G network. Knows everything that's on sale. The fastest shopper we have.
She's at the 2-for-1 soda display. No, $1 off salad dressing. No, discount candy.
If you want to do things you love faster and better, switch to Viero's 4G network today. Stuck in a contract? Don't worry. Viero will even pay your early termination fee. Hurry in because Viero now has the iPhone for only $39.99. That's smart. That's fast. That's Viero. Some restrictions apply. See store for details.
Fourth quarter underway. Flagler with the ball first. Chance to break the 37-all tie. Feed inside for Roan. Kicks it back out to Ostman. Haas goes far side for Poet. They kick it up for Roan. Toes on the line. Long two off the backboard, gets her own miss. Kick it out to Santala. We're trying to get something in the paint. May have got away with an extra step. Got it off to Haas. Now Ostman. They'll pop it back up top again for Roan. Coming near side for Poet. Haas gets an open look from 18, and she buries it. 9 points for Jade Haas. 39-37. Flagler. Canfield again, it's a 2-on-1. Drops it off this time. Smith can't make the layup. Rebound for Santala, gets it out. Ostman, she'll kick it across. Roan, she can't make it on the 2-on-1. Martin with it, she'll push the other way. 1-on-3 goes at Poet. Offensive foul. Melissa Poet draws the charge on Peyton Martin. Her second. 6th team foul of the half on McClave. And Christina Stratton will replace Katie Ostman. Roan goes far side to Stratton. Finds Poet on the baseline into Santala. Turnaround again, goes up with the left. Misses it. Rebound pulled down by Canfield. She'll jog it down the floor. 6.5 minutes to play in the game. Picked up by Haas. Unable to shake her. Keeps the dribble alive. Hands it off to Martin. Martin will bring it up top. Skip pass. Deflected out of bounds by Poet. Trying to get it to the far side for Idler. Poet with a good read stepped in and punched it out of bounds. The double team comes. A foul called, however, on Haas, her second, team's 8th. So Tacey Canfield will shoot the bonus. And goes for the bank. That one won't fall for her. It's a rebound for Poet. Got it off to Stratton. Gives it off to Haas. She'll go back to Stratton. Now far side for Poet. Back to Roan. Now Haas. Up top Stratton. Goes far side for Roan. To Poet between the circles. Near side Stratton. Up top for Haas. Far side for Poet. Content to run some clock. Get the open look. Roan comes near side for Haas. Up top Stratton. Flipping it far side for Roan. Poet coming near side for Stratton. And Flagler closing in on a minute burned on this possession. Poet gives it back to Roan. She'll drive, kick it back out to Poet. Back to Roan. Under 5 minutes to play now. She'll just put the ball on her hip and wait for the defense to come out on her. The count starts. She'll kick it off to Poet. Gets it right back. Goes again. Now to Haas. Burn their dribble. Has to go to Roan. Dangerous bounce pass. Again, Flagler taking one dribble and picking it up. That's recipe for disaster. Want to keep the dribble alive as much as possible. Roan gives it off to Poet. Almost 2 minutes taken on this possession now. Stratton dropping it down for Poet. We close in on, there's that dangerous bounce pass. Santala goes into the backcourt. It was touched up. The officials are going to confer. It was touched, but the far side official sees that Santala touched it before the timeline. And she did touch it in the front court before going back. Yes, it was deflected, but she made contact with it in the front court. That's the key to the play. Halfway through the fourth. Canfield, offensive foul on the baseline. Her second. It's the 7th on the team. Will not result in free throws as it's player control. Will step out on this full timeout by McClave.
Flagler Cooperative Association proudly works to earn the loyalty and business of customers across the Eastern Plains. With locations in Flagler, Ariba, Genoa, and Hugo, Flagler Co-op is capable of serving your needs in grain marketing, livestock feed, bulk fuels, and a host of other services. On behalf of all the employees at Flagler Co-op and their families, we're proud to wish the Panthers and all high schools on the Plains good luck on a great season.
Hi, I'm Ben Blecka, the owner and founder and one of the many talents of Big Time Small Town Media, and we're very glad that you have found us on the many platforms we broadcast from. But this is not the only way you can see and hear this broadcast. You can get a DVD copy of this broadcast simply by going to our website, www.bigtimesmalltown.com. So whether you're using it for recruiting purposes or for a keepsake of that athlete, go now to bigtimesmalltown.com and purchase your DVD.
And it'll be Flagler's ball to inbound on the baseline out of the McClave timeout. Realize we had some issues with our stream. Our connectivity kind of coming and going. We'll keep working to keep it going, but we'll stay with it as long as we can. 3:45 to go. Flagler up by 2. Poet will bring it back out, burn the clock a little more. Is it off to Haas? She'll start a drive, kick it out. Stratton didn't handle it clean, but still keeps the dribble alive. Comes back near side to Haas. Trying to get a one-on-one isolation in the post or a back cut. Stratton traveled with it. And Darian Allison will come back in. Stratton checks out. Haas hustles, gets the steal, flips it inside. Allison up and in. 4-point lead for the Lady Panthers. 3 minutes to play. Martin brings it across, gives it off to Canfield. She'll flip it to Turner. Keeps the dribble, steps through, gives it back to Martin. They back off, she'll fire, rim out, Poet rebound. Kick across for Roan. Back out to Poet. Into Santala, her turn no good. Roan and Allison fight for it. Teammates, and they lose it out of bounds. .228 to go, fourth quarter. Idler hits it ahead for Turner, too tall and gone. That one into the front row. Give it back to Flagler. Neither team executing real well down the stretch. Haas gives it off to Roan, working out of a flex series. There's Haas on the baseline, pop it up for Poet. Goes far side for Roan. Up top for Haas, quickly near side for Poet. An illegal screen inside on Darian Allison. Will be her fourth. It's the 9th team foul. Again, no free throws on the player control. Give it into Idler. Back to Martin. She's got Santala on her, gets past her easily. It's a 3-on-1 if they hurry, but Martin seeing it and got herself in too much of a hurry and called for the travel. And a lot of timeouts still remaining. 3 aside, 1:45 to play. Allison gives it off to Poet. To Haas. And Allison flashed open on the baseline. It's what the offense can create. Roan. And Coach Elrick saying milk it. He wants to take as much time off, force McClave to give up a foul. Haas flips one for Roan. Pass a little off the mark. No defenders there, though. Poet up to Allison. To Roan. They've taken 40 seconds off on this trip. And Turner will come out and give up the foul. It'll be her fourth. Team's 8th, sending Darian Allison to the line for the bonus. She had 1 point at the half and is able to go in double figures if she knocks this one down. Can't do it, though. Rims out. And Turner will push. Bose keeps the dribble alive. Flips it for Canfield. Under a minute to play, actually under 50 seconds to go. Canfield loses it, goes through the legs of Allison, and a timeout for McClave with 43.8 seconds to go. Back after another quick break, and it's the last one we'll take.
Hi, I'm Ben Blecka, owner, founder, and one of the many talents that Big Time Small Town Media has on staff to produce local sporting events. Are you interested in the services of Big Time Small Town Media for your upcoming event? Over the past 2.5 years, we've covered everything from 10-year-old baseball all the way up to junior college athletics, and we're looking forward to continuing to expand our coverage. So if you're interested in using Big Time Small Town Media for your event, contact me, Ben Blecka, the owner of Big Time Small Town Media, at ben@bigtimesmalltown.com, and I'll give you all the info you need on how you can become a part of the Big Time Small Town Media community.
Small town, big time.
Again, 43.8 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. It's a two-possession game with Flagler in front, 41-37. Incredibly enough, this is the biggest lead that the Lady Panthers have enjoyed tonight. McClave led by 8 a couple of times in the first half. Martin gets it into Idler. Need to attack quickly. No, don't have to settle for perimeter jumpers. Turner trying to drive, kick out. Idler, long two, no good. And Roan gets the rebound. And a timeout. And she felt herself in trouble. Again, lots of them at their disposal. That's the first full timeout taken by Flagler. They'll have 2 remaining on the full side, no 30s. McClave with 1 full and 1 30. And for McClave, they just need to look at the foul line tonight. There's one. They have left 11 shots at the foul line, including the front end of 1 bonus attempt. Flagler, let's see. Now for McClave, they are 7 of 18. If we get an opportunity here, I'm sure McClave will try to give up another foul. That'll give us a chance to tally up the free throws for Flagler. Instead, it's a turnover. It'll be McClave ball, 22.2 seconds to play. Martin, have to hurry now. You've got to get something going to the bucket. Try to attack. Instead, Turner will pull back 3. No good. Tip out. Smith tracks it down. 7 seconds to play. Drive, float, rolls home. Timeout called with 3 seconds to go. The layup, or the two-pointer for Turner. It's a 30-second timeout. 1 timeout left for McClave. 2.9 seconds on the clock. They trail by 2. Looking at the Flagler side, Darian Allison, 5 out of 9 from the line. You have Kaylee Santala, who is 3 out of 6. Carissa Roan is 1 for 2. Melissa Poet, 2 for 2. And Olivia Charles, 1 for 2. Get it into Allison. She'll cover up. Idler comes, gives up the foul with 0.8 of a second. That'll be the 4th on Idler. 9th team foul. So Allison will shoot 1 and 1. Clock starts on a miss. Misses it, and Martin running it up. Will not get the shot up. Low scoring fourth quarter, just 6 total points in the frame. We were tied at 37 going in. It's a 4-2 edge for Flagler in the period. They win it 41-39. Casey Canfield finished the game with 3 points for McClave, 6 from Idler, 4 points for Sniff, 3 from Perales, 2 for Zamora, 4 for Turner, and 17 from Martin. For Flagler, 5 points for Katie Osman, 9 from Haas. It was 9 points for Allison, 11 from Santala, 4 for Roan, 2 for Poet, 1 for Charles. We'll wrap up our broadcast of the girls contest here on Big Time Small Town Media's coverage of Class 1A basketball for ColoradoPreps.tv and Chassa.tv. Carrie Sherman, hope you join us for the boys game in about 10 to 12 minutes.